on my own wrist today. I'm still sporting the nectar, the sector on my own. Hi, this is Mark from LongIslandWatch.com. A lot of people have been asking me about what's back here. This is, yes, this is, well, it's supposed to be sriracha, but it's not. It's metallic, it's fake. My sister got it for me because I am a sriracha fan. I do enjoy this stuff. I have had some ramen in it and some chopsticks. I just thought it would make a cool background. So that is where it resides. Today we're checking out what I really feel is like the 40mm Seiko Samurai. It is a watch that's been being re-released by Phobos. It is the Leviathan. The Leviathan, when it came out, it might be 2 to 3 years ago at this point. It was 45mm. It was a mammoth. It was a Leviathan, big monster kind of thing. They re-released it off of rubber onto a bracelet, downsized it, and now it's like an everyday, every person's diver, unless you have mammoth wrists, unless you're a Leviathan. Anyway, on my own wrist today, I'm wearing, or still wearing, my Notice Sector Deep, or Deep Sector. I'll get the terms wrong. It is the Random Rob collaboration with the orange dial. Left crown is my first Destro watch. If you like a little trivia, Destro is for the left-handed watch folks. And on my other wrist is the Islander waffle dial GMT with the NH34 toolless micro adjust clasp. Actually, both of these watches have toolless micro adjust. The Notice one is actually pretty darn cool if you ever get a chance to check it out. Take a look at it. Anyway, let's see what Phobos has cracked up for us. Wow, he's starting with the blue one. Who would have guessed it? It's a really cool looking blue. It's a little bit, there's a little bit of reflection, if you will, coming through. It's definitely not matte. If you come in really, let's see how close we can come. Really close on the dial. I think you can see like it's kind of speckled a bit. I mean, they're not throwing off light, but it's not a totally flat surface. I mean, it might be smooth to the touch if you were to hold the dial, but there's definitely a little bit of almost like a pattern going on there, almost like an infinite pattern, like a sand texture or something. But this is the Leviathan, which the original Leviathan was 45mm in diameter, like over 50 on the lug to lug. This is like the baby Leviathan, but is a baby Leviathan even a Leviathan? Leviathan, brings to mind big, right? This is not big. It's a perfect size. If Seiko ever made a 40mm Samurai, I think this is it. So this is, let's go. It's 40 millimeters in diameter. It is 13 thick to a flat sapphire crystal. Of course, there's AR on the underside. We are 48mm on the lug to lug. We have male end links, so they're not gonna dive in. It is powered by a Seiko NH35 movement, which hand winds, hacks, 40 hours of power reserve, was it 24 joules or something? Standard, totally standard fare. It is a 20mm bracelet. It is definitely a not as heavy as like a samurai-ish hexad bracelet, but it's darn close. It's got the chamfers on the edges of the link. Beautiful bracelet, sized with screws, of course. Four position flip lock clasp. No push buttons. It is done with friction. There is no diver's extension. 200 meters of water resistance, and we are looking at 167 grams on the bracelet. I was playing with these before the start of the video, and the bezel it's really nice. It's unidirectional. The texturing is decent. It's not all around. It's at is it quadrants? Yeah, it's quadrants. But I know you hear it, but it's a very muted feel, but extremely, extremely crisp. Reminds me almost of like a marathon bezel, but not as loud, but that kind of a confident feel to it. The insert is ceramic. It doesn't have a luster to it. It is a sandblasted ceramic, which is super cool in my book. I think it's awesome. Let's look at the case back really quick. It's got the tremendous Phobos logo. Automatic, water resistant, 200 meters, sapphire crystal, blah, blah, blah. Oh, did I say solid link? I don't know, it's solid link, solid end link, of course. Nothing Just about my favorite microbrand, I would say, besides my own. I love what they do. So this is the blue dial. You've got black hands, black markers, tons of pop. Look at the depth, not on the dial, but look at the depth of the markers, how they stand up off the dial. And the thickness is decent at 13, because they use a flat crystal and stuff. Price, I should mention price. So the retail price, here's to come with a little bit of a story. Float a violin across the screen for me. It's $315, that's the retail. Phobos does this thing that whenever they release a watch lately, they give a promotional pricing on their website. So I go and do a video like a putz, and I sell it for retail, and people don't buy it. They just go right to Phobos' website and buy it directly because it's cheaper from Phobos for usually like the first month or so. So to try to prevent that and to put some of the revenue from the video in my own pocket, I'm going to lower my price, the $315. I'm going to come really close to their price, so much so that you just go to the website and see it. I don't know, it's going to be somewhere around 15% off or so by the time you're seeing this. So it should make it a good deal for you. I have a feeling it'll sell out before the promotional pricing that they have expires. Anyway, enough of that. There's 5 of them. That was the blue dial. This is the white dial. I'm starting with the black accent pieces. A lot of the colors are not totally copied from the original Leviathan. I don't think there was a blue. I know there was a white, a black, a gray, an orange, but here's the white. A polar, extremely polar. You have just a little bit of text on the dial, automatic, 200 meters, and their logo. Oh, it's not running. I promise you they run. There's a little bit of tip, red tip on the seconds hand. Wouldn't it be horrible if I wound it and it never started? Well, you would never see that because that's what editing is for. And let me tell you, in the, I don't know, how many years I've been doing videos? 9 years of videos? There has been some funny stuff that has happened. I guess a blooper reel might be funny, but I have certainly brought watches to the table and seen defects in them. They don't work, etc. I'm like, oh, bleep. And then I have to go and get another one. Anyway, black dial. I'm just kind of moving the hands out of the way so you can get the full effect. I could have done that before we started. Whoa, I could have done that before we started, but I did not. This is the black dial. It's a little bit of sandy texture. They all have the same texture, but I would say in some colors it's a little more easy to spot. The white dial's got it too. It hides itself very well. So here's the black dial. Again, they're all going to be the same price. There's 2 more to show you. It'll be a fast video. Here's yellow. Yellow and black, beautiful, like the Islander debate port like this, and then I did the ISL 07 or 08. Black and yellow are just perfect. They contrast really well, a little bit of bumblebee action going for you. Really, really sweet. Very, very legible. And then the orange, the orange, you can really see the sandiness of the dial. Why they went with silver on this one, I have no idea. Why they went with silver on this one, I know, but why not go with white on this one? That would have made more sense. It's like the evil twin to this one, right? On this one they went with silver, which I'm not sure. Visibility is fine. It's very, very easy to see the time, no doubt. But compared to that, oh my goodness. You get so much pop from the black hands. Let's do the Lume. So it is loads and loads and gobs of BGW9. It looks fantastic. The bezel is done very well. The hand's a seconds hand. I'll tell you, Phobos, they deliver for an amazing, amazing price. This is at $315, this is fantastic. I'll tell you that much. There it is on my 6.5, 6.75 inch wrist. Looks great. If you're a fan of the Samurai and you're looking for something a little bit smaller, I really think this fits the bill. I haven't watched any video reviews on this watch, so I must admit, if anybody has compared it to the Samurai yet, I apologize. I'm not stealing it from you, because like I said, I really don't watch many other YouTube videos, but I really haven't seen anything about this watch. That looks phenomenal. I really think they have a major, major hit on their hands here. And I guess you could say I had a major hit on my wrist there. Ha ha ha. That's about it. This has been Mark from LongIslandWatch.com showing you the Phobos Baby Leviathan. But they're calling it the Leviathan, so we don't want to make it feel bad and give it a complex. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Questions, comments, concerns, anything else, put it down below. I'll get to them as soon as I can. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.